All right, shalom, shalom. What? Yeah, you good. Trying to crank it up a little bit. Everybody good over there? All right. Shalom, shalom. The brothers from GMS in Petersburg, Florida, coming out to preach the word. YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, as usual, on the four corners of the earth. We give all undergoing praises to YAHAWAH, Ba'ashem, Yahawashi, Ba'ashem, QADASH. The one to the other apostles, the great MILLSTONE, who rule well. Sing an honor salutation to all your sincere brothers is constantly pushing his word and true to sincerity in the four corners of the earth. And peace and blessings also be to all those sincere men, women, and children that consist of the 1/3 and our members of the body of YAHAWASHI as well. And I also want to say peace and blessings be to all the confusion of faces in the four corners of the earth. All right. Fellow servant Abadia, brother, and the other brother. All right. And we are hopeful servants and hopeful a part of the elect who's spreading by YAHAWASHI YAHAWASHI. And we just gonna get right into it. First John 3:1 about the shot. Right. Because right now we at the end, of course, as we always say, and it's rather evident that the so-called Negro Latinos and Native Americans that we will have to be the nation of Israel, right? Nobody else is out preaching this word like we are preaching the word. Okay. Nobody else is in defense of the gospel. In the name of YAHAWASHI YAHAWASHI, it's being coming forth out of our mouths. Okay, I'm gonna open up with this precept real quick. This is 2nd Ezra, chapter 3, verse 35. I'm gonna start at 34. Weigh thou therefore our wickedness now in the balance, and there is also that dwell in the world, and so shall thy name nowhere be found but in Israel. We know the name of the Heavenly Father is Yahawah, his son's name is YAHAWASHI. So if anybody's claiming to be God's chosen people, you will have to know the name of Yahawah and the name of YAHAWASHI, and while you preach those names, you're going to come in that stead. But just because you know the name doesn't mean that the Lord's dealing with you, okay? Because if you do come in the name, you also got to come in the same spirit of YAHAWASHI, and the spirit of YAHAWASHI is the spirit of prophecy. And that's what we speak and bring forth the water. And that's what we speak and bring forth when we come out here, when we do our videos. We always correlate things that's happening today with the scriptures, man, that goes back to the prophecy of YAHAWASHI YAHAWASHI. This is verse 35. Or when was it that they which dwell upon the earth have not sinned in thy sight? Or what people have so kept thy commandments? Thou shalt find that Yahshua by name have kept thy precepts, but not the heathen. Okay? And that's why you have in this society people, they always frown upon them being reproved or them being corrected or them being rebuked. All right, because they don't do that inside these churches, man. All right, despite the fact some of the people in the churches are actually our people. All right, they are part of that 2/3, which is going to be the reprobates of our people, the ones who are not going to get right, the ones who are not going to give honor and glory to YAHAWASHI YAHAWASHI. But among no other nation will YAHAWASHI YAHAWASHI be praised except amongst Israel. That's why when you go into those fake Jews, they don't say YAHAWAH YAHAWASHI. Those fake Jews like to say HaSham. HaSham, Ha means the, and Sham means name, all right? But what is the actual name, okay? That's why we say Ba'ashem YAHAWASHI, in the name YAHAWASHI, not just the name, all right? So you, that's it? Come, just let him get it. Praise God. 3:1.
So 1 John chapter 3 verse 1. Behold, what manner of love the Father hath bestowed upon us, that we should be called the sons of the Most High.
Come.
Therefore the world knoweth us not,
Right.
because it knew him not.
So that's why it says, what love has it been that we have been called the sons of the Most High, the princes of the Most High. All right, Yasharallah. And the reason why it said, the world is not what? Read it one more time, the second verse, if I'm not mistaken.
We have not called us sons yet. That we should be called the sons of the Most High. Therefore the world knoweth us not, because it knew him not.
Right, so the world do not know who we are supposed to be, which is evident now though, but they try to deny it because they don't want to know or understand YAHAWASHI YAHAWASHI. It's like when you're reading the Bible, you're basically reading the bibliography of the Heavenly Father and his Son. All right, if I want to know who Frederick Douglass was, I'm gonna go read the bibliography of him. If I want to know who Nat Turner was, or George Washington, or anybody else in the past life who are not here, you're gonna read that big not the bibliography, their biography. But dealing with the Bible, this is a bibliography, man. So if you really want to know who the so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans are, you will have to go and read out of the Bible, man. Because they won't tell us who we were prior to that, even though there's evidence out there in secular history. Going back to the Bible, we're the ones that fit these curses. Okay? No Edomite, no Moabite, no Ammonite, no Hamite, they do not fit the curses of the Bible, man. But everybody want the blessings, okay? Don't nobody want to do the work, but everybody want to get the reward. Everybody want to be compensated, so to say. Go ahead, on.
Beloved, now are we the sons of the Most High, and it doeth not yet appear what we shall be. But we know that when he shall appear, we shall be like him.
So we know that when he appear, that we gonna be like him. YAHAWASHI came down in the flesh, and he did things that no other man could have done because of the spirit of YAHAWASHI, of his father, so to say. Same thing with us. There's no way we can go into these deep dark parables without it being given to us by the spirit of the Lord. So that's why the disciples said. That's why the disciples said, "Why speakest thou unto them in parables?" He said, "Because it's for you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven. It's not for them." That's why you have brothers like us. I don't know how was it was in the four corners of the earth, because we believe these words. We believe that we are the children of the Most High. Okay? But those inside the church, they don't believe. Those are the same ones that hate YAHAWASHI. So when YAHAWASHI come back, they're going to lose their glory. So we give all glory to the Heavenly Father and His Son. All right? That's it.
Hosea 1 and 10. Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people.
Because over here, on the western hemisphere of the world, what they call us? They call us Negroes, West Indians, Haitians, Dominicans, Guatemalans, Panamanians, Puerto Ricans, Cubans, North American Indians, Seminole Indians, Argentinians, Chileans, Colombians, Uruguayans, and Mexicans, man, rather than calling us by our respective tribes. So over here, they don't even acknowledge us as Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Manasseh, Simeon, Gad, Reuben, Issachar, Zebulun, Naphtali, Asher. They don't recognize us as those names, man. Right? Go ahead up.
And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people, there shall be said unto them, ye are the sons of the living God.
Right, and that's happening right now in the time that we're living in right now. So right now we're in America. America in the Bible, because it's all in parabolic talk, and spiritually Sodom and Egypt. Right? Especially with the homosexuality that's been running rampant. Especially with the captivity of our people, the double straits that we are in. Alright? America has to be that stumping ground, because this is the one place in the world where you can find all nations. Not just the nation of Israel, but all nations. You got something you want to say?
Yeah, on that. It said this is the place where you're going to be called not my people, right? Can you read that one part one more time?
It says, where it was said unto them, ye are not my people, there it shall be said unto them, ye are the sons of the living power.
Right, so when you go over to the old president of Egypt, right, those Egyptians knew that we was the Israelites, right? You say, we got a problem with the Jews, how can they leave black, come back white? All right, you got video surfacing all over the world. You talk to some Arabs, they know who we are, all right? The only real controversy of us being Israelites is here in America, all right? This is the only place where we go, people are like, oh, y'all can't be the Israelites. That's why they call us Black Hebrew Israelites, trying to make it seem like we just some kind of wannabes or tryhards, we just dressed it up. This is the land, the only place where people are really arguing the fact that we're not Israelites, all right? The only place we have to defend that. Anywhere else around the world, like in Russia, they still have the Russian icons with dark images, all right? All those other places around the world, in Europe and stuff, they bow down to what they call the Black Madonna, all right? So they already have an image of a so-called black woman and a black child that they worship. This is the only place where they call us not the Israelites. We have to be so-called niggas and spicks over here, all right? We can't be the children of the Most High here, all right?
Yeah, because his name was Gamal Abdel Nasir, because they were doing a radio interview with him, and they asked him, and he said the Jews will never have peace here in this land because you left here black and came back white. And I think that was around 1952. So they go to show you, even Adolf Hitler, and it was in a magazine by Times, all right, because there was a Jewish individual, his name was Edward Hertzstein. He was one of the authors. Or even in that book, he even show you a picture. It says Judah. It said basically Judah or Oriental. It showed dark skinned people, Then when it says bastard, it showed a big-nosed Jew. Go to show you, man, that a bastard shall dwell in Ashdod. So you're backing up what the brother was saying, man. So over here, it's not saying that we are the children of the Most High. But now, since that time is coming, now we're saying we are the children of the Most High.
It's Exodus 11, verse 7. But against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue against man or beast, that ye may know that the Lord doth put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel. All right? The scriptures say the Lord does put a difference between the Egyptians and the children of Israel. Because over here we known as African American or some type of African descent. Hey, that's just the spirit. You know, Deuteronomy 30 and 7 happening right now.
Yeah.
You know? You know? So that's beautiful.
Esau, man, that's beautiful.
But
man.
anyways,
the
the Lord does put a difference between us and the Egyptians, man.
Right.
Okay? So they what over here? You were taken from Africa. Your own people sold you. You know, so on and so forth. But the scriptures say the Lord does put a difference between us and those Africans. Man. Yeah. All right.
No, that's the truth. That is the truth because you don't see Jake over here trying to put their heads up no cow's ass, man. You don't see Jake over here eating raw flesh from a dead carcass. All right, now a lot of our people, they're getting tattoos and things of that nature, but they go back to the Hamite. That's not a part of our tradition. All right, even getting yourself edged up, it's not a part of our tradition as well. Go ahead.
And also, our people are accustomed to those Hamitic customs because Esau worships Ham. Esau follows after the philosophies of Ham. As far as the cutting of the flesh, the gauges, you see those rock star Edomites with the big ass gauges. Yo, the Hamites do that.
Yep.
The big plates in their lips. They go back to Ham. The tattoos and all that stuff.
Yep.
All right, the Romans, which the Romans adopted that from the Hamites, so on and so forth. All right.
Because Esau's heritage is laid waste, so he keeps on to other nations' traditions, you know, because he doesn't want to take on who he really is. Esau.
Other than that, Jake don't be accustomed to those Hamitic customs, man.
Yep.
Only reason why some of that is on them because what Esau practices the same customs as him. All right.
He stripped him of his nationality, so Jake don't know who he truly is.
Yeah.
And also speaking on that Egypt deal, right? The difference. So you got in Egypt the pyramids. You know, they be like, let's say like aliens or whatever, but we know that Jake built that, right? The roof is in the pudding. They ain't made nothing else like that, right? But come over here to the Yucatan Peninsula and stuff like that. All over here, you see the same footprint. All right. There's a difference between us and them. All right. And then when you again, you have our people that take on that what they call it? What politeness teaching that commit what they call it?
That black consciousness community.
That basically, you know what I'm saying? But look, there's a difference. We way above these people, man. We the children of the Most High. We got laws, statutes, and commandments. Yeah, we was in captivity up under them. Same like here. We in captivity up under these Edomites in Babylon, but it don't make us, you know what I'm saying, these so-called Edomites here, all right?
Go ahead.
Right, this is Baruch 2 and 30. It says, for I knew that they would not hear me because it is a stiff-necked people, but in the land of their captivities they shall remember themselves.
And that goes back to 2 Peter 3 and 1, all right? Just stirring up your pure minds by way of remembrance, all right? So that you be mindful, all right, of the things that the prophets and the apostles basically wrote before us. And we are mindful of those things because going to the prophecies, even the apostles was given prophecy to disciples. Matthew the 24th chapter, okay? All the evil shall come, that shall be earthquakes in diverse places, all right? Nation shall rise up against nation. You have there shall be some false prophets, some claiming to be the Messiah. Those things have occurred right now as we speaking, but they were spoken of millenniums ago when the apostles and the disciples was on the scene. Now that the things are occurring right now, the Lord is raising his people back up so that we can get back into our stead. In other words, our prison sentence is almost to an end. And we really know it's to an end because I remember Elder Pastor used to always say, 2 major prophecies have to come to pass. You have to have that mark of the beast put out, all right, on Front Street. And first and foremost, Russia is going to have to come against America, and all the other nations are going to hate the war. And that's going to lead to the thermonuclear warheads. We are living in those times right now. It's not far-fetched. Anybody got something they want to pay?
Real quick. Going back to the times we're living in, it's the book of Amos, Slakia. Slakia, damn. Yeah, Khan. Amos, chapter 9. I'm going to start at 11. In that day will I rise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen and close up the breaches thereof.
God.
You know, and that tabernacle is the children of Israel. All right, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans.
That's right.
Because when you go back to you know, in the history, all right, it said Gad, Reuben, and half tribe Manasseh were the warrior tribes that rode with David. All right, the tabernacle of David that is fallen. Man. All right, so once again, we're gonna be in that same stead. All right, we're gonna be in that same group. All right, moving together in unity, man. All right. But as the scriptures say, as the place where it said, "We are not, they are not my people," there shall be said, "They are the sons of the living power, man." In the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves. Okay, so that's what's happening, and we can, hey, and that's prophecy taking place right now to see so-called Negroes, Latinos. Hey, matter of fact, even see so-called Negroes coming together. Why? Because those curses are on us heavy. Deuteronomy 28th chapter, thy eye shall be evil towards thy brother. Now you got brothers coming together with their eye not being evil, all right? Able to come together, all right, through the spirit and power of YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, man. All right? Go ahead.
This is the book of Judges, chapter 5, verse 11. It says, "They that are delivered from the noise of the archers and the place of drawing waters, there shall they rehearse the righteous acts of Yahawah, even the righteous acts toward the inhabitants of his villages in Israel."
And that those righteous acts of the Most High is what us going back to the law, right? Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. Okay, Yahawah said, "Then shall they know who are my disciples, my servants, by the love they have one towards another." So what? That's rehearsing the righteous acts, man. All right, loving thy brother. Okay, we rehearsing those things, coming together as a nation, man. Okay, and that's what the so-called white man has a problem with. Us coming together and liberating ourselves through religion, so to say. Unity. Okay?
And in order.
And in order.
Yeah, they are. Because they get order at KO. You know, they divide and conquer. Go ahead out.
Yeah, I got something to add on.
He still got more.
Yeah, let me just finish. It says, "Then shall the people of Yahawah go down to the gates." That was it.
And we're at the gates right now. Because remember, it speaks about the gates of the noble. And you really think about it, them putting us on the Fox News and CNN, they're really going to the gates of the noble. But who really control the narrative when it comes to the news? Those Jewish people. All right, those fake Jews, man. So we were actually at the gate of the nobles. Because the media is really the fourth branch of the government. If you don't think about
what did the scripture say? Go to the highways and the hedges, you know what I'm saying? And the gates of cities, chief concord places. Yep. That's where we at now. You know, we rehearsing the righteous acts as well, still at the gates.
Right. Come on.
That brother brought out Amos 9:11 and said, "No side will raise up the tabernacle of David." Are you going to the etymology of the word tabernacle means tents or dwelling places? And this is why you have mass camps. All right, popping off because this is the sanctuary of the Lord. So I got a quick precept real quick on that. This is Zephaniah 3, verse 12. I will also leave in the midst of thee an afflicted and poor people, and they shall trust in the name of the Lord, YAHAWASHI. The remnant of Israel shall not do iniquity, nor speak lies.
That's the elect.
Yeah.
The remnant, okay? Shall not do iniquities, nor speak lies. All right, go ahead.
Neither shall a deceitful tongue be found in their mouth.
Fine. And in their mouth was found what? No guile, man. All right? And why? Because we're preaching thereunto according to this word. All right? Because this word is holy. This word is pure. The scriptures tell you in Proverbs 30 chapter, every word of the Most High is pure. All right, and pretty much clean is a shield unto them that trusteth in it. Okay.
And to add on to that too, because what our righteousness is filthy, but how shall a man cleanse his own way?
By taking heed thereto according to the word.
That's right. That's right. So this is how we're being purified. It says, "For they shall feed and lie down, and none shall make them afraid." All right. So just want to back you up on that. We out here feeding right now.
And they go back into the scripture said the name of the Lord is a strong tower, and the righteous running down to it. Like everybody was running down to the municipal buildings, to the offices, to the government, because they trusted Esau. They trust in their oppressor. That's why the scripture said, "Is Israel a homeborn slave?" They were actually begging and pleading and crying to get back into servitude so that they can basically make a living again. They don't trust in the Lord, you know? Because when all shit does hit the fan, when everything does fail, these individuals, they're not going to know what to do in that day because they put their trust in man. That's why the scripture says, "Cursed be the man that put his trust in man," all right? Okay. So when the society falls, who is man going to lean on then? Because man has betrayed you in the end.
Okay. And you can see that same situation, like, you know, I don't know how many people watch those jail documentaries, how when, shit, even in life, how when somebody gets ready to leave, they scared. Because why? They know in jail they have 3 full course meals, they have a roof over their head, all right, they have somewhere to sleep, you know. So when somebody that's been institutionalized, when they get ready to be released, they get scared. They don't want to leave. That's why you end up doing something to go right back into jail. Why? Because what? They scared out here.
They're not used to this.
And there's no, and you know, going back to why I brought that example out. All right, you had a bunch of our people wanting to turn back to Egypt, right? Because what? They were hungry, they were thirsty, and what Moses did, you know, by the hand of Moses, YAHAWASHI, the Most High, gave them water to drink. All right, gave them manna to eat. But what? They had to go off of faith. It's like, well, in Egyptians, yeah, we were slaves or whatever. But what? We had food there. You know, they had things able to see. But when you left Egypt, you had to go off of faith because why? You was in the desert, man. All right? You was wandering in the desert. You know, you didn't have no form there. You didn't have, it wasn't that guarantee. You had to go off of straight faith. So what our people like that faith, man. All right? And that's us out here in the wilderness right now. Our people, they desire, mentally, our people desire to stay here. Why? Because that's comfort, man.
They're comfortable
okay?
with it, man. They used to waking up. Because they know that being a slave, that they're going to have food to eat.
Yep. As long as they stay in compliance.
You know?
Let's
go back to Egypt. As long as I keep going back to Egypt, I'll be safe. That's why the scripture said, woe to them to go down to Egypt, man. They make it on Pharaoh their strength. And they put their trust in Pharaoh, all right?
Which is why a lot of our people going to receive that chip.
Yeah, because they're going to trust in Pharaoh. All right, you shall lean, and then a staff shall pierce into thy hand. Oh, yep, that's exactly what it says in the scriptures, man.
You know?
Yep.
Because our people right now, because right now you have to take that step. Okay? Right now you have to take that step of faith and believing YAHAWASHI, man. All right? Not cleaving onto you know, pretty much the system. All right, our people are cleaving onto the system. That's why when food stamps and Section 8 is getting ready to cut off, like a lot of our people are scared right now because they know when February 15th pop off, okay, they know that, hey, it's a possibility that my benefits might be cut off again. So our people are running scared, man. All right, what? Because they have no faith. They worried. What you worried for? Because you lacking the faith, man. You don't know, hey, they claim, oh, I got faith, have faith in the Most High, but then when it's really to show your faith by your works, you come up short. Yeah. All right? So that's our people, man.
Yeah,
all right?
Because they honor with their lips, but, you know, their hearts are far from the Most High, man. Him in vain.
You know?
They seek after him for their own benefit. When they need help, that's what they say, oh my God, oh my God. They only call when they're in their calamity, but that's why the Most High says in the laugh when they're in their calamity. They chose not to nod to the Heavenly Father.
And they go back into what the brother's speaking about, you know, our people get in that comfort zone, you know, getting comfortable here, you know. I always use the analogy like, yo, you're not going to change nothing until you're in an uncomfortable position. Like at your house, if the temperature just fine, you're not going to get up and change the temperature. You know, you start sweating or you freezing, you're going to change something. But our people right now, they're so comfortable, you know, walking hand in hand with Esau. You know, like he said, like he made the analogy about prison, you know. But you also have a lot of our people that's out there, like how, you know, in a regular word, like, oh, they acting like so-called white people or whatever, whatnot. You know, they act like they so blind to the so-called racism and the hate that they get. You know, I see these type of people all the time, you know. Like with us being in the news the other day, you have, you know, some Jake that's trying to look so-called cool to these Edomites. Like, you know, I don't know why so-called black people are tripping and whatever, whatnot. Like, look, see, you thinking and looking at yourself as a so-called white man.
That's that Kanye West shit.
The Kanye West shit, exactly.
Slavery was a choice.
It was a choice. But see, you got that in your mindset because you living in your own delusion. Just like these trannies and shit. They want you to believe they're delusion. But the real world is this. When you Jake that act like that, y'all get pulled over, you know what I'm saying? When the police get behind you, that's when you're gonna feel like a real nigga, man. Alright, you're gonna get treated just like the rest of us. They don't know what's from face to face, but they treat us all the same way because it's in our spirit to be a Jake and it's in their spirit to be an Edomite. They just not gonna mix. Alright, but you trying to sit there and put on an outside coat. Oh no, I'm so-called, you know, I'm better than that. I went to college. I got my degree. It's not like that. I'm not like those other people. Hey, man, look, though hand join in hand, the wicked not going to go unpunished, man. And our people need to get out of that comfortable state because, like the brother saying, you comfortable with your food stamps and so on and so forth. Esau's only giving you that to keep you basically controlled, all right? He's not feeding you because he cares for you. He's going to be giving you GMOs and poison. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like the scripture said, get destroyed the heart, man. This is why our people are rocked to sleep the whole damn time, all right? Because they want to keep looking at this guy put him in that comfort zone. You know, oh, he giving me food stamps, he giving me this, he giving me that. But what? When the food stamps about to get cut off, black folks, so-called black people looking around like, shit, we might have to go run up in these motherfuckers' houses. You see what I'm saying? Once they got up out of that comfort zone. But in that day, you done already made your choice. You're going to be basically one of those 2/3 already allotted for because you want to join hand in hand. All right? But then you need to come now while the doors of mercy is open for you.
Fine. It's Hebrews 11:1. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. So the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. All right. The script. What the scriptures say? Be not curious on how the Most High shall feed you. All right. Does not he, paraphrase, feed the ravens? All right. Are you not? Is your life not more precious, than the ravens? What the ravens? They live their life. They eat. Then they go to sleep. Why? When they go to sleep, it's not on their mind. Damn, am I gonna eat tomorrow? That's not on their mind. They don't even think about that.
I was gonna say, the proof is in the pudding. You ain't never seen no bird fucking grow in a garden. You ain't never seen no bird take a seed and go plant it. Like, you know what? I'm gonna tend to my garden so I can eat forever. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
They don't eat themselves.
Right.
They
every day. But look at us. We over here like, oh shit, if we don't do this and do that, so we don't have our faith in the Most High who say He's gonna provide for us. We don't believe that. All right.
Done. So what? That's the faith. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for.
What do we hope for?
Exactly. We hope for it. We hope that. Hey, the scriptures say, my servant shall eat. So what? We hope for that, man. We hope for in the time of Jacob's trouble.
We're gonna be stable.
Exactly. We're gonna be stable. The big ass EMP strike pop off or something, man.
The scripture also say this is the patience and the faith of the saints. Will we having faith in it? The Lord gonna come through with all His promises He gave us. Really that we counted worthy to be accepted or our name to be written in the books. We already know 90% of everything He just said already came true. So that's just on us if we don't believe Him. So really the only thing we have faith in at this point is that we are of that number. We're going to make it. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, we see the Most High. That's why we out here. We fear Him. We know He there.
Yeah, going off how we trying to be accepted by the Most High. Jacob of the world, they want to be accepted by who?
Man.
Heathen. Yeah. They always want to make covenants with the heathen. They think, oh, we'll be at peace if we just comply. And they want to fit in so bad because they think they wouldn't be in derision. But it's the Most High that's put you here in the first place. But they don't want to acknowledge that.
Hey, forsake that power.
Exactly. Because coming out here is an act of faith.
That's a lot of faith in itself.
Exactly. Just coming out here because why do people stop pushing the word? Because they stop believing. They lose faith, man. So what? You coming out here is showing your faith by your works, man. All right. What? I remember I was watching the brothers in Dallas the other day. I think it was yesterday. They go live yesterday. On Fridays.
Oh, yeah,
he was just saying, like, think about what are you out here for? What are you out here for? God, because you believe, man.
That's right, man.
You want to get the kingdom of heaven. You want salvation. That's why you out here for. You got to know what you out here for, man. You believe. You fear. And fear is showing the act of faith. Because you believe, you fear someone that you haven't seen. In His presence. You fear the Most High. You ain't seen Him. But what you out here? You fear Him because you believe that He exists, and you believe that He gonna kill you if you don't do as you asked to, man. So fear shows faith too, man.
All right. Put your seatbelt on in the car when you get in there. You fear either getting a ticket or if you get in an accident or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, there's a lot of things that Jake move off of fear for. Why you paying your rent this month? You fear to getting that eviction notice. This is spiritual though. We ain't trying to get cast off. You know what I'm saying? Nah.
And also to be stable too. We're coming into a lot of times where Jake is going to be unstable, man. Incredulity is going to triumph majority of our people, man, because they're not building up in the spirit. So that's why the men of the world, we're going to be stable. We're going to be stable on that sure ground because we built up in faith. We were coming out here in the times where men were looking at us and criticizing us. Why? Because we read. When we brought out a couple of weeks ago, St. Matthew's the 24th chapter, what did YAHAWASHI say? He said, as in the days of Noah.
Because there's only one way to reach salvation. That's that narrow and straight. That's why YAHAWASHI said, the paraphrase, he said, if any other come in any other way, same as a thief and a murderer.
So this is reading on. It says Hebrews 11 verse and I'm gonna go down to 6. But without faith, it is impossible to please Him. All right. It says, for he that cometh to the Most High must believe that He is. It So first and foremost, you must believe that he is, that he exists, which is his name. YAHWAH exists, or he is, man. He the be. All right, he's everything. All right, he's the clothes on your back. He's the wind that blows. Okay, he's the sound that you hear. The Most High is everything. You know, that's why you can't sit back and think about like, damn, how's the Most High? How did the Most High? How was he created? You can't. That's too high. Yeah, it's like you know, there's no. That's unsearchable. There's nothing you can find out to find answer. What is going back to his name? He is. He exists. Yeah, it's no trying to say, damn, he is, man. He just here. You know, it's just him. You know, that's the answer to that question. He is. You know, he exists.
Trying to figure that out.
It's gonna bug you the hell out, man.
Too much. His wisdom. Hey, even King David said that. You know, too much wisdom I can't obtain it. It's too high for me. You know, it's unsearchable.
Yeah, especially in these mortal bodies, because you know we on a platform where this science tells us that it has to be a cause and effect. Nothing can't come. Something can't come from nothing.
Coincidental,
you know,
which means accident.
Exactly. Something can't come from nothing. So when you go think about the Most High, you know what I mean? It's like, yo, that's above your pay grade, man. So to say, man.
Because he made mistakes. He's the one that's making you think that there's a mistake when there is no mistakes in heaven. You know, so there is no such thing as coincidence. You know, the word coincidence meaning accidental.
Yeah, because the Most High is not in order.
Yeah,
everything the Most High said is in order. So
he spoke that came to exist.
Hey, the cut to that mistakes is, just do a Google search. How many things were invented by mistake? All right, and you'll find a lot of inventions that were invented by so-called mistakes. All right, for as simple as a potato chip, they cut it too thin, put it in the fryer, and then they came out crispy. Now what? Lay's potato chips, it sells all the time. You know, it's like, you know, when you think about chips, when you see a diagram of soda and chips, you think about potato chips, right? Lay's potato chips, okay? That's like the face of chips. The original Lay's potato chips, what? They say that was invented by a mistake, man. But so-called mistake. It was no mistake, man. All right? The microwave. During the time, you know, when they was inventing the nukes, okay? A scientist had a candy bar in his pocket, and he noticed that it melted. It was melted. Then that's when that microwave came about, man. That's why they say when you get ready to cook something, you nuke it. Let me nuke this real quick. That's why, you know, you're not really supposed to use the microwave. You know, so there's no mistakes, man. All right? Everything happened. The thing is casting lots. When you cast lots, all right, wherever that's fate. That's exactly it's fate. Like you got no. Like whatever it happens. It's land. Like this is supposed to happen, man. You know, it's fate. That's why people don't like to turn unto the Most High. Because why? When you turn it and lean onto the Most High, you come to the realization that there is no free will. And people don't like to tell you Neo in that movie Matrix. People don't like the fact that they don't have control of their lives. Because why? Because they want to do what they want to do. They don't want to be in subject unto the Most High. All right? The scriptures say, "Who has resisted His will?" Okay? So they don't want to lean to their understanding. Like, damn, if I got free will, if I want to jump up right now, I can jump up. But you don't know that was already written, my man. You know. There's nothing you can do about it. And that's the thing that they don't like, you know?
Oh, you got something?
No, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to get back into this.
Oh, go ahead. You know.
Yeah. It says, but without faith it is impossible to please Him, for he that cometh must believe that He is, and that He is reward of them that diligently seek Him. All right? So you got to know when you're doing this work, it's not in vain. The Most High is going to reward you. Hebrews 6, if you can get that real quick. 6 and was it 6 and 10? All right. You got to know that the Most High is a rewarder to them that diligently seek Him. You're not out here. Look, and matter of fact, you get Matthew's 19, Bible Shah. Matthew's around 19, I think, the 20th verse. When Peter said we have to forsake all and follow me. Okay, 19 and 20. All right. So He's a rewarder, and that comes through faith. Why Jake don't come out here? Why Jake don't forsake everything and come out here and do the work? All right? Because why? He don't have faith that he's going to receive the benefits that comes with this thing, man. All right? While we out here, You wouldn't be out here, be honest, you wouldn't be out here if you weren't getting that reward at the end, man.
Yeah,
you wouldn't be out here. Why? You know that the things that you can achieve in this world will not be able to be compared to the things that the Most High is going to be able to grant us, man. All right? Everlasting life. Okay? All right? Paul said he saw things that's unlawful for men to speak of, man. All right? The things that he saw. What Yahawashi told the dude that's on the cross next to him? He told him, this day shalt thou be with me in paradise. Okay? So, you know, you gotta believe that the Most High is rewarder unto them that diligently seek him.
All right, that go right back to what we were saying with faith. That man did absolutely nothing to work towards salvation. He didn't do anything to work towards salvation. But at the end of him being on that cross, what? He believed in Yahawashi. He did absolutely nothing towards the faith, nothing towards the ministry, but he believed in the Lord, and that got him saved. You know, it's going to be those brothers all the way to the end. You know, you got brothers out there right now that know it's the truth. But certain men were allotted to come in or be forerunners for the truth. You know, brothers going to get it at the end. You know, the elect is going to get it. You know, this is Hebrews chapter 6, verse 10. For the Most High, YAHAWASHI, is not unrighteous.
So he's not unrighteous. There's no, the scriptures say there's no unrighteousness with the Most High. All right, tell you that in Romans the 9th chapter. It says, for the Most High loved Jacob and hated Esau, shall we say then? Is there any unrighteousness with the Most High? God forbid. All right? Go ahead.
To forget your work and labor of love.
To forget your work and labor of love, man. So here it is. You're doing what you're supposed to do. You're coming out on the highways and byways. You're putting up your videos. You're being a brother that you can be. All right? You ain't being perfect. The scripture say a righteous man falls 7 times but getting back up. But you steady fighting and striving, all right, for that perfection. What the scripture say again? Go ahead.
For the Most High is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love.
But you got to stay in the truth. You got to endure. Because the scripture tell you in Ezekiel, all right, all that good, that man turned back to wickedness, all that good that you've done, the Most High will forget about it. So what? You lose, once again, going back to falling out of the truth. You lose that covering once you leave the truth. Once you leave the truth, your sins, you held accountable for that. Look, it's like once you leave the truth, you got to follow the law 100%, which is not going to happen. You know? It's not going to happen. Because what? You left that faith. You left that covering. You left that hedge. All right? So the scriptures say the Most High is not unrighteous. Forget your work and labor of love, man. All right? But you got to believe that. Because if you don't believe that, you're not going to keep I'm doing this for nothing. Who go to work and clock in and I'm working for free? Nobody does that. Be like, well, I'm going to find me another. What the people, prime example, what the people was doing during the government shutdown? They had to go get another job. They left like, man, I can't sit and wait. I can't miss another check. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna have to, I can't wait, I'm gonna have to go get another job. Why? Because they're not gonna continue to work for free and not getting paid. They're gonna go to somewhere where they're sure they're gonna get paid. And that shows faith, man. You gotta have faith to believe you're gonna get paid. I get paid bi-weekly. But I believe, which is faith, that on that second week, that check gonna drop, man. You know, so that takes faith. So same thing with the Most High. Same thing. We are hired, man. All right. The scripture say this is your reasonable service. Okay. So you got to believe the Most High is gonna reward you, man. You got to believe that. All right. That's it on that.
It's a little bit more.
All right.
It says which ye have shewed toward his name.
Which you have showed toward his name. Because why? What we say? We doing this in the name of what? YAHAWASHI, man. Right. You showed toward his name, man. Right. You coming out here on the platform of YAHAWASHI. Hey, that's the platform, what? The base, that foundation. Yeah. That's your foundation, man. On YAHAWASHI, that's your rock. Yeah. All right? That's your foundation. When you see somebody building a house, you see them build up that concrete, that bottom. Yeah. That concrete. They don't just take a house and start building on sand. They build a strong base, a strong foundation, man. All right? For what? That's YAHAWASHI. It said that you have showed towards his name. That's right. You got something you want to say, brother?
I got a precept. Finish your point.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, just a little bit more. It says, in that ye have ministered to the saints.
Means to serve. So minister unto the saints, what would be the Israelites? Right. I endure all things for what? For the elect's sake, that they might obtain what?
Righteous
salvation, man. Yep. Okay? Right. So you minister on the saints, so what? That they may obtain salvation. What Yahawashi said? If you have done it unto these little ones, you've done it unto me. Right. Okay? That's right. This is the body of Yahawashi, man. That's right. All they believe in Yahawashi. All right? Go ahead.
Yep. It says, and do minister.
and do minister.
Yeah.
So what? And do meaning continue.
Yeah.
Do.
Right.
Stop playing.
Yeah. Stop playing.
Stop playing. You know.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Hey, there's a perfect example of, you know, a lot of perfect examples. Everything in the Bible that was written, you know, for I learned to understand it. For one, there's a perfect example of, you know, those men having faith in the Most High, you know, and you having faith in the Most High always give you one, you know, like Joshua and Caleb, you know, that's just one off the top of the head. I'm going actually to the book of 1 Samuel chapter 14, I'm going to start at verse 6. This is dealing with Jonathan and, you know, his armor bearer. It says, and Jonathan said to the young man that bear his armor, come and let us go over to the garrison of these uncircumcised. And if it be that YAHAWAH will work for us.
Son, and he called them uncircumcised. Why? Because they wasn't following laws.
Right. Well, these are the Philistines.
Yeah, the Philistines, and they didn't circumcise themselves.
Right.
All right, going back to, they was without the law.
Cover.
No cover. All right.
And that's really the moral of the whole story, because you got two groups of people. You got one that's got that green light, more or less to say. You know, they got a green light on everything. You know what I'm saying? The Most High was like, look, I got you. You know. It says, Jonathan said to the young man that bear his armor, come and let us go over to the garrison of these uncircumcised. It may be that YAHAWAH will work for us, for there is no restraint to YAHAWAH, to save by many or by few. So these men had it solely set in their heart. You know, Jonathan already knew. He was like, look, YAHAWASHI said, look, he got us all the way. We ain't got to want for nothing, you know? And so they was like, look, he said, he came to his armor bearer like, look, Mosai said he got us no matter what. And if the Lord with us, we're going to go to this here garrison, and we're going to, basically see if the Lord going to deliver into our hand, right? It says, and his armor bearer said unto him, all right, and this is also showing that faith that these men had, because Jonathan already going off the faith that he didn't heard from the Most High, right? Now he's got his armor bearer. It says, and his armor bearer said to him, do all that is in thy heart, turn thee, and behold, I am with thee according to thy heart. So you got to put yourself in this position. You got Jonathan, who was the son of the king at that time, all right? And then you got his armor bearer, who's supposed to be protecting Jonathan. Now they about to leave out. They didn't woke up in the middle of the night. They about to sneak out into a garrison, a group of Philistines, basically taunt them into war, right? Like, not to say taunt them into war, but they about to go basically see they're going to deliver the field, right? So they got some kind of, Jonathan got some kind of faith, first of all, being the king's son, to go out there, all right? And then you got the armor bearer that's like, yo, he's like, basically, and I knew these was Jake's like, yo, man, we about to go over there and ride. I got some business to take care of. And then, you know, Jake like, hey, bro, I got you, dog. I got your back. No matter what, we going to ride to die together, right? So it says, verse 8, and Jonathan, then said Jonathan, behold, we will pass over to these men, and we will discover ourselves to them. And if they say unto us, tarry until we come to you, then we will stand in our place and will not go up to them. But if they say, come up unto us, then we will go up, for YAHAWAH hath delivered them into our hand, and it shall be a sign to us. Both of them discovered themselves to the garrison of the Philistines, and the Philistines said, behold, the Hebrews come forth out of the holes that they hid themselves. So this is our arch enemies, and it's just two dudes rolling up on this army, right? And it says, verse 12, and the men of the garrison answered Jonathan and said to his armor bearer, and said, come up to us, and we will show you a thing. And Jonathan said to his armor bearer, come up after me, for YAHAWAH hath delivered them into the hand of Israel. So, I mean, that was just a whole sign of faith. You got, you know, Jonathan, who believed on the promise that YAHAWASHI had gave him. And then his armor bearer was like, yo, dog, this is a suicide mission. You know what I'm saying? Just like you got Donald Trump or Donald Trump Jr. go out like, yo, we finna go over there and sneak into Iraq, kill some people. Like, motherfucker, you can't go to war. You Donald Trump's son. You can't be doing all that. And then somebody else is like, yo, that's a suicide mission. You dumb as hell. But homeboy was like, look, you got that kind of faith in the Most High. You know what I'm saying? The Most High promises to you. When you look over to your side, I'm going to be right there with you. Right? Then they had the little sign. They pretty much chose lots. Then they went out there, and then exactly like the Most High said, look, if they call unto us, told us to come up to them, the Lord and deliver them to our hands. So they're like, well, fuck it. We got the green light. We finna go eat all day. All right? So that's basically where we at today. And the same thing. The Most High raised us up. Now he's showing more different works inside of our lives and things like that. So we pretty much got a green light all the way through. I mean, again, the only thing we really have faith in now is the Most High. Our names is written in that book, because we can see everything else. All right, just like these two men, like, damn, we didn't deliver the whole damn field. Let me read that one. There's one more verse at the bottom I want to grab. It says, let's jump over to verse 14. And that first slaughter with Jonathan and his armor bearer made was about 20 men within, and it was a half acre of land with the yoke of oxen might plow. And there was a trembling in the host of the field and among all the people. The garrison and spoilers, they also trembled, and the earth quaked, and it was a very great trembling. And the watchmen of Saul and Gilboa and of Benjamin looked, and behold, the multitude melted away, and they went beating down one another. Then Saul said unto them that was numbered, now see who is gone up from us. And when they looked and numbered, behold, Jonathan and his arm bearer was not there. So it was only 2 people that went and did this glorious work before the Lord based off of their faith that they had. Because again, this is straight suicide mission. You know, this is like running on the beaches on D-Day in Normandy. Like, yo, just, you know what I'm saying? They got all kind of guns and shit shooting at you. Just get off the boat and you, before the boat door even open, everybody in the boat dead. You like, this is suicide mission. But you got to have that faith. All right? Just like in that movie Black Hawk Down. Like, yo, we sitting ducks, but we waiting on that extraction zone.
Just watched that recently,
Yeah, you can't be, you know, I look at a lot of those military movies like that. Those boys really be on that faith. You know, you can be out way somewhere one way, locked down, and you calling for an airstrike. You have to be precise where your airstrike is coming in so you don't get hit. Right. And the pilot got to be precise where he drop it so he don't kill you. So he got faith on what he got going on, and he got faith on what's going on, and they sit there and make them attacks every time, man. Right. These are things that how we supposed to be moving in unison in this thing. We rolling off of faith, man. All right?
Hey, get that real quick to back him up.
Yep, this is Romans 15:4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope.
So it was already written for our learning.
Yep.
All right? That's why those scriptures are that's why those accounts were recorded and written, man. Right. And that's why prophecy is written. All right? So what, you already got the end. Before things spring forth, I tell you of it.
Right.
All right, so you already have the hit on what's gonna happen, man, and that's your comfort. All right, but what, you still gotta believe it through faith, because I can sit there and tell you till I'm blue in the face that this is gonna happen, and if you don't believe, yo, it's nothing I can do about it.
Just like in that story, like the arm bearer was like, yeah, Jonathan, I got you because you the king's son, on. But he's like, all right, well, let's go ride. He gave him a real test. It's just me and you, we gonna sneak up without the security and everything. We gonna just go out there and go deliver this field. I want to know if, you know, he's like, I want to know if you're really down for me. He's like, look, I'm down for you. And when he looked over, he was right there. They was slaying, they delivered the whole field.
Hey, that's the same thing when Saul was in that cave, and King David went and cut a piece of
Khan.
That was
This point
that was it on it. Go ahead.
Get that real quick, Matthew 19. Because I want to go back. to that, but we got to finish this.
Yeah. No, spirit.
It's, Matthew chapter 19, verse 27. Then answered Peter and said unto him.
Because we're going back to the point where the Most High is a rewarder unto them that diligently seek him, and also he is not unrighteous, forget your work and labor love. All right, go ahead.
We have forsaken all. Oh, it's locked. Behold, we have forsaken all and followed thee.
So what? What happened? It's on fishing. It said they dropped everything and come. Let me make you fishers of men. Dropped everything. All right, and that's symbolic in today, man. Because why? The scriptures say, come out of her, my people. That's the spiritual act, man. All right, go ahead. What shall we have therefore? All right, so the Most High is a reward unto them that diligently seek him. So what shall we have here for? Go ahead.
And YAHAWASHI said unto them, verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, ye also shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. And everyone that hath forsaken houses, or brethren, or sisters, or father, or mother, or wife, or children, or lands, for my name's sake, shall receive 100-fold.
For his name's sake, going back to his name, okay? For his name's sake, we shall receive 100-fold. All right, go ahead.
And shall inherit everlasting life.
And shall inherit everlasting life. Immortality. Why? Because that's a righteous deed. And what about righteous? Righteousness is what? The water is immortal, man. Right. All right? And that's it on that? Come on. All right, so going back to the point, through that faith, all right, those two men were able to do those marvelous works, which is spiritual at the same time, it's beautiful, which is why we got to show our faith. All right? That's why you can't be wavering in this thing, man. Because why? You got people believing. You trying to convince people to believe. So if you're not really sure about the truth, if you're not really firm in what you believe in, it's like, oh no, man, this man kind of shaky, man. You know, because Israel, they sheep. Sheep need a shepherd, man, to guide them, man. So you got to show that faith. That's why the scripture say, therefore let your light shine so that man can see it. Right? And that's talk about the works. But what? Faith without works is dead. Okay? So they go hand in hand. So with that being said, Yo, you got to be firm, man. Because I'm going to give you a testimony, right? This brother here, I bought you. When he was showing me the truth, right? He said, you know, the white man going into slavery, right? I'm looking at it, I started laughing at him like, man, get the fuck out of here. You tripping. Yeah, you know, Jake, I'm a Jake. 2/3, man, at the time. You know, not knowing shit. Right? The Gentile, Jake said, you know, the white man going into slavery. I look at him like, I started laughing. He still got a serious face like. And I was convinced through his faith. Through his faith, I was convinced because he was firm. He believed that. And he was firm in that. So I was like, damn. But what if people are like, you know, just wavering about it? Like, well, I mean, that's what I think. I mean, that's what scriptures say. He was firm. So through his faith, the scriptures say, also them that believe on me through their words. So you got to be firm in your faith, man. Like that. When you want a group or a multitude of people to follow you, man, you got to be firm, bro. You can't be wavering. You can't be weak. That's why scriptures say, therefore let your light shine before men. Since thou been lukewarm, I shall remove thee out of the candlesticks. What you always tell me, it's not by works. It's about faith. And that light is just blinking and verily glimpsing. That's showing your faith is weak. So he gonna blow your candle out, man. How the hell you gonna be a representative of me when you got some weak ass faith, man? How the hell is Israel supposed to believe on me, man? When you weak in your faith, man, you weak. You don't really believe in this. That's why the Most High blow their damn candle out, man. It don't matter. They could be doing all kind of works, but their faith is weak, man. They don't really believe. It's just for show. It's just for show, man. That's why at the end of the day, our brother said, hey, you can't wait till that YouTube cut off, man, because then we're going to see who is who, man.
I can't wait till
all right? Because all that light, that popularity and all that shit, man, you're going to really have to see. All right? Because that's what you're doing in the sight of man. That's what you're doing on camera. All right? What about what you're doing when the camera not showing, man? Where your faith at? All right? Where your faith at when the camera not on you, man? Week out, whole week, man. What are you doing? You know? I just wanted to say that, bro, because your faith got to be strong, man. Because when that multitude come in, what the scripture said by YAHAWASHI, I fear him. I'm slacking. He spoke as one with authority, man. Because he had great faith. He spoke as one with authority. He believed. Somebody that speak with authority, you can see. You are convinced because you can see, man. The scriptures say, go to the gates of the noble, shake the hand. Right? Majority of people are right-handed. So when you using your right hand, you confirm using the side of your brain that you are convinced. But when you use the left hand, right, that you're going off emotions. All right, not saying, you know, some brothers are left-handed, you know, but you know, when you use your right hand, that show you
every time I come back. Revelation chapter 10.
Man, he's just a scoffer.
Anywhere you go, space ends. It's the foundation of the universe.
So what's going on, GMS? You can stop using my Torah and my Bible to spread your paganism. Oh man, this.
If it was his, he would understand it.
You do the scoffer, man.
If it was his,
all right.
Hey, going back to testimony in the scriptures, in the Old Testament, I got something real quick in the spirit.
Hey, real quick. What the brother was saying, that precept you brought out, those that gave up these things, right? You know, and wavering in your faith and showing your faith by works. Not to cut you off, but I want to bring on that. But you know, like the scripture said, we gave up everything, right? Here in Babylon, for jakes like us, right? We gotta work most throughout the whole week, right? So for most jakes, we get to live our life when? On the weekends, right? But what are the men of the Lord doing, right? Week in, week out, rain, sleet, and snow. You know, you seen the brothers in Chicago and stuff like that out there in snow getting all that. Good, right?
Pause it. We'll be right back.